Okay, next is about chapter 12, that is managing uncertainty in a supply chain, because actually in reality the demand is uncertain, or the supply maybe also can be uncertain, unlike the previous chapter. Okay, this is the example 12.1 about evaluating safety inventory given an inventory policy. So in this example, there is a company named B&M Office Supplies. It has a weekly demand that is normally distributed. It has a mean of 2,500, that is the demand, and then it has a standard deviation of 500, that is this, and then the manufacturer takes 2 weeks to fill an order placed by B&M manager. Then that is the lead time. The store manager currently order 10,000 phones when the inventory drops to 6,000. Then it is the Q, the average lot size, that is the number that B&M office order. And then the 6,000 is the reorder point, 6,000. Then when the inventory reach 6,000, B&M will place an order. Okay, so in this problem we need to evaluate the safety inventory and the average inventory carried by B&M. Also, we need to evaluate the average time of phone spent at B&M. So for first, the safety inventory, the formula is here, ROP minus D times L. So safety inventory is needed because the demand is uncertainty, then it means it has a probability that the actual demand might exceed our forecast. That's why we need the safety inventory too, so we don't have a stock out when the demand is arise. So to compute this, we just need to put the numbers into the formula. KSS equals to ROP, that is 6,000 minus the demand, that is 2,500, times the lead time, 2 weeks. And then we get our safety stocks is 1,000 units. We have then evaluate the safety inventory or safety stock, and then next we need to evaluate the average inventory carried by B&M. Okay, average inventory, the formula is here, cycle inventory plus safety stock. But we still don't have the information about cycle inventory, so first we need to compute the cycle inventory first. The formula is Q divided by 2. And then the Q actually have been known from the problem, so we can put the number directly to the formula, that is 10,000 Q divided by 2. And then we get our cycle inventory is 5,000 units. Then we can compute the average inventory, that is cycle inventory 5,000 that we have got before, plus safety inventory 1,000, and then the average inventory carried by B&M is 6,000 units. Okay, and then next we need to evaluate the average time of phone spent at B&M or at the store. The formula is here, the average flow time, that is average inventory divided by throughput or the demand. We can put the number directly to the formula. The average inventory we get from here 6,000 divided by the throughput or the average demand, that is 2,500, and then we get 2.4 weeks. So each phone spends an average of 2.4 weeks at the store or at the B&M. Okay, next example 12.2, evaluating CSL or cycle service level given a replenishment policy. So B&M, actually it is the information quite same from the previous example. It has average demand or mean 2,500. The standard deviation also the same 500. The lead time is 2 weeks, and assume that the demand is independent from 1 week to the next. We need to evaluate the cycle service level or CSL resulting from a policy of ordering 10,000 phones or Q when there are 6,000 phones in inventory or our ROP, replenishment order point. So CSL or cycle service level is the percentage or a fraction how much we can fulfill our demand. The bigger the number is better, of course. So to evaluate the CSL, the formula is here. Actually, we need Microsoft Excel to get the number of CSL, but before that, to compute the CSL, we need to have the number of DL or demand times lead times, and also the sigma L or the standard deviation L. Okay, so first, this is the information from the problem. What we have known from the problem is the standard deviation demand, and we still don't know the standard deviation of the lead time. Okay, first we compute the DL or demand times lead time, that is 2 times 2,500, and we get 5,000. Just simple as that. Okay, and then we compute the standard deviation of the lead time, that is root from lead time times the standard deviation of demand. So the root is only the lead times, the root of 2 times the standard deviation of demand, that is 500, and we get 707. Okay, next we can compute the CSL, that is F ROP, DL, standard deviation lead times, or we can write it as norm this ROP, DL, standard deviation L, 1. Actually, it is functions in the Microsoft Excel. We can just put it in the Microsoft Excel. Or also, because norm this actually an old formula, you can also compute also type norm point this, but actually it will not be different. So actually it is okay to use one of these. Okay, so in this Excel I have compute the formula, that is norm this, and then the ROP, that is 6,000, and then the DL, that is 5,000, and the standard deviation of L, that is 707 and comma 1. Actually, it is just type 1 will be always 1 in this problem. And we get the number is 0.921, etc. And we can just round it up to 0.92. So from this number, we can interpret that cycle service level of 0.92 implies that in 92% of the replenishment cycle, BNM supplies all demand from available inventory. In the remaining 8% of the cycle, stock out occurs and some demand is not satisfied because of the lack of inventory. So it means simply that we can, with this replenishment policy, we have fulfilled 92% of our demand. Okay, next is the problem 4, or this is the problem from the tutorial. Wait. So, GAP is a company name. Currently, it has 900 retail stores in the US. It has a weekly demand for the purple cashmere sweater with the mean of 50 and standard deviation of 50 per week. Each sweater costs $100 and the holding cost is 75% of its price. So GAP managed their inventories using continuous review policy, and the supply lead time for the product is 4 weeks. The question is, how much is the expected reduction in holding costs for GAP if they move all the production from retail stores to online channel with the desired level of CSL is 95%. Assume the demand for each week is independent. So in this problem, we need first to compute the inventory cost when we use the retail store or disaggregated, and then when we use the online channel or aggregated. And then we also have to take attention that our desired level is 95% desired level of CSL. Okay, this is the information from the problem. The number of retail stores, or K here, is 900. The demand is 50 per week. The standard deviation of demand is 50. Sorry. And then each sweater costs $100, and this is the holding cost is 25%. Please remember that it is only the fraction, not the actual holding cost. So to make it easier, we can compute the holding cost, or the big H here, that is the fraction little, or the little h, that is 25% times the cost, that is 100, and we get the holding cost is $25. And then the lead time is 4 weeks, and the CSL is 95%. So first we compute this aggregated, the holding cost in this aggregated, or when we use 900 retail stores. Okay, this is the formula from here. The formula is we use the norms in time as the CSL times the lead time and times the standard deviation of demand times the key. Actually, in this, need to add times k. K, I will use the Excel. Okay, so it is actually just put the formula that is norms in 0.95, that is we get 1.644854, and then we just need to compute root of 4 is 2, we can just put 2 here, and then the standard deviation is 50 and the k is 900, and then we get 148 36.8, and we can round it up to 148.37 for the safety stock. Then we compute the cost, that is just times the safety stocks times the holding cost, that is $25, and the cost of inventory when we use the 900 retail store is 6,700,925, and then we compute the when we use aggregated or online channel. So for the online channel or the aggregated, the formula is here. SS safety stock is norms in CSL times standard deviation of lead time, but we still don't have the standard deviation of lead time, so we need to compute this first. The standard deviation of L is root of L times the standard deviation of demand squared by 2, but we still don't have this 2, and we need to compute this first. The formula is here, root of k times standard deviation of demand. Okay, first we compute the standard deviation of demand squared by 2, that is root of k, that is 900 times the standard deviation of demand, that is 50, and we get 212.13, and then we compute the standard deviation of lead time, that is root of lead time, that is root of 4, and then times the standard deviation of demand squared 2, that is this, and we get 424.26. Then we can compute the safety stock. It is also the same. We use the Excel. I will type it first. The norms in 0.95. We get this number, and we just need to times it by 424.26, and we get wait. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I make a typo earlier. It is times 424.26, not 424.6. Okay, so we get 900 eh yes, 997.85, and we can round it up to 698 units, and we just need to times the safety stock with the holding cost, that is $25, and we get 17,450. So after we get the cost of inventory for both when we use the retail stores or when we disaggregated, and when we use the online channel or aggregated, we can uh, compute the expected reduction in holding cost if they use the online channel. Simply just the cost when we disaggregated minus the when we aggregated or use online channel. So the numbers here, the 3 billions minus the 17,000 from here, and the when we use the online channel, the expected reduction in holding cost is 3,683,425. Okay, that's it. And then we move to chapter 13, that is determining the optimal level of product availability. Okay, and then we move to problem 5, that is the problem from the tutorial. So the manager of Gumball Company, a tire distributor company in Surabaya, it used the continuous review policy model to manage his inventory. The manager currently orders 10,000 tires when inventory in the warehouse touch 6,000 tires. So the 6,000 is the reorder point, and the 10,000 here is the Q, or the average lot size. And then it has a weekly demand that is normally distributed with an average 2,000. So we can write it here, the little d, because it is in week. And then the standard deviation is 500. And then the waiting time for tires from order to delivery is 2 weeks, that is L. And then okay, and then the cost for each tires is 40, and the price to sell them is 80. And the storage fee, or the fraction of holding cost, is 25%. The question is, how many safety supplies does Gumball currently have, and what is the understocking fee if the CSL is set at 95%? So to make it easier, we compute the holding cost first because it is still in the percentage. So to compute the holding cost is just the fraction is 25% times the cost when we purchase per unit. That is 25% times 40, and we get $10. So for the safety stock, we can use the formula here, ROP minus DL, because in this problem we have already known the reorder point, then we can use this formula, unlike the previous problem when we have to use the Microsoft Excel like in here. Okay, so just put the number into the formula, and we get 600 minus the 2000 times 2, and we get the safety stocks is 2000 units. And then for the question B, that is cost of understocking, the formula is here, HQ divided by 1 minus CSL times D. It is, please remember that it is the capital D Capital D means the annual demand, whereas the little d here is the weekly demand. So just put the numbers in the formula. The holding cost is $10. The Q is 10,000 divided by 1 minus 0.95 times 2,000 times 52 because there is 52 weeks in 1 year. And we get the cost of understocking is 19.23 per unit. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching the video or simply reading the PowerPoint, and I suggest to have a further reading. If you have any questions, you can chat me through group chat or personal chat, and please remember to stay healthy. Thank you.